Welcome, friends. It's Stephanie Graham, Sewpreneur.com, the Memory Bear Business Coach, where I help you with the business side of sewing. Hi, everybody. It's Stephanie Graham, the Memory Bear Business Coach, helping you with the business side of sewing memory bears and keepsakes. You can join the newsletter at Sewpreneur.com if you would like to get started or grow your memory bear and keepsake business. Or if you're looking for someone to make your memory bears, go on over to memorybearsandkeepsakes.com. That's where you can reach me for my sewing services. So I have a longtime friend and follower from the UK. Her name is Faye, and she sent me a question via my email on today's video chat. And if you're new here, please consider subscribing and help me reach my goal of 1,000 subscribers by the end of 2022. And today is November 6th, 2022. Okay, so Faye does offer keepsakes and gifts in the UK, and she has a family, but she's not where she wants to be in her business. And one of the things that she is telling me is that she finds it difficult charging for her services, especially to friends or people that share their stories of loss. And she wanted to know how I cope with that. And so early on in my business, I made up my mind that I was going to take these skills and gifts and talents that the Lord has given me and make a business. And I wanted a business that was full of heart, but also would help provide for my family, because we have living expenses too, right? You have rent and groceries, medicine, but we also, me and other memory bear makers, have a heart. And I think the majority of us are full of compassion and caring and understanding. And it can be very, very easy to want to just do this for free. And, an occasional gift for somebody, I think, is okay. But if that is what you're doing most of the time, then really what you have is an expensive hobby. Do you want to be seen as a business owner, a hobbyist, a volunteer, or a nonprofit? So that's very important. And once you have decided what you are, then you can make those decisions. It's fine to sew a bear occasionally for free. But if that is something that you're really struggling with, then that means you need to have some boundaries in place for yourself. And it's simple because you've decided to be a business owner, right? And you've decided that you want this to be your business. And you bring the heart and the compassion and the understanding and the listening ears, but you also bring the talent, the time, the skills. What you do is a skill that many people cannot do. Even if somebody has a sewing machine and they can make a pair of pants, that doesn't mean that they have the desire or the skill to make memory bears. And so when you can respect your skills and your time, it makes it easier for you to wear that business hat. Now, I'm not saying don't take your heart with you. We take our heart with us. Every single memory bear or keepsake that we make, our heart is in that. We listen to the stories of our customers and we care for them. And they, in return, respect us. And they would not have any problems paying for our services. Now, is our services a necessity or a luxury? In reality, it is a luxury, right? It's not a necessity of sorts. Yes, I believe everybody that's going through loss can benefit from our sewing services, but not everybody wants this. Plan comes into play. There are dozens of keepsakes that you can offer, and not just a memory bear, not just the original 9-piece memory bear. Okay, this is a typical memory bear. When you go online and you type in memory bear made of clothing, what do you see? You see a typical 9-piece bear. Well, let's just talk about this bear for a minute. This is not your only option as a memory bear maker. you can offer this one, yes, and the going price for a standard bear, a standard, no add-ons, right? No customizations, just literally the bear with a face. They can start at $55 US, okay? Now, depending on where you're at, my friend Faye, she's in the UK, so I recommend that she does a competitor's search. And no matter where you're at, search your competitors. What is it that they're offering? Now, do you want to offer this bear? If so, get really, really good at it. Know what you do. Really focus on this pattern, because there's all kinds of ways to manipulate this pattern to make your bear stand out from somebody else. But going back to charging and prices, you don't have to just offer this bear. Maybe this could be the bear that's $65, right? All right, but maybe you will find a smaller bear. Let me find a pattern to show you when I say a smaller bear. And I have dozens of patterns, by the way. So if you follow me, you will definitely know that I am a pattern collector. Let's say that you want to offer a smaller bear, okay? So maybe you have your $65 bear, and then you have your $45 bear, and then maybe you have, let me get you another one, maybe you have these bears. These bears are much smaller, they're simpler to make, all right, they're not as time consuming, because remember, your time is money. You bring a value to the marketplace and into a business to make money, to provide for yourself, provide for your family, maybe to give back to the church and give back to the community. I know, like right here, Kay said that just like me, she is also a Christian. So yes, as a born-again Christian, there are times where I feel torn between business hat and nonprofit hat. And when I say hat, it's like a hat you put on, you know. But that's when I pray about everything in my life, but also in my business. And there are times where I will gift a memory bear to somebody with no charge at all. And do I know everything? Of course not. Not one person knows everything. But I've been there and I've done that. And so, yes, to answer Faye's question, I do offer the coaching. She talks about the time zones and things like that, which is fine. Time zone difference, we can always work around that. This pattern has 3 sizes of teddy bears. You can take a pattern like this and you can have, you know, all of these, right? All of these bears. Let me get my other bear here. I just made a total mess. Maybe this is your high-end bear. Maybe this bear is the most expensive bear you offer. And this comes with all the options of add-ons, right? You can do all kinds of things with this pattern, right? But then maybe you have a middle range bear. It's a little bit, well, this one I think would be high end too, so I'll move that one. Maybe then you have smaller options, small, medium, and large, and you have different prices. All right, look, there's even a keychain right here. These are, believe it or not, these are very, very, very popular in the keepsake business. So hang out with me and we'll get to that. But think about this. What is your goals? In Faye's email to me, she said that, you know, she has a family of 5. She's a mom of 5 and a full-time career. Right there, that's very, 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 very vague. And I used to make the same mistake where I'd say, oh, you know what, I want to do this full-time. I want this to replace my income, but I never wrote down what that income was. Like, I just never wrote down numbers. And so write it down. Again, that's one thing that we are doing together in our business planner right here. So definitely write down, what does that mean full-time? Does that mean full-time hours? Does that mean full-time pay? What does that mean? So get very clear. Once you're very clear on that, take the necessary steps to become a legal business, because something happens to your mindset and your focus when you actually spend the money on a business license. Now, I am not going to give you legal advice or tax advice other than find professionals, a legal professional and a tax professional for you, for your business. But something happens to your mindset and your focus and your drive when you spend that money on that business license. All of a sudden, things become more clear. And so definitely make that your very first step. Decide, are you a business owner? Are you a nonprofit? Are you doing this as a volunteer? What it is that you want. And so once you've decided that you are going to be a business owner, that is literally step one in answering this entire question that Faye had, is how to overcome the feelings of having to sew for free or offering your services for free. So now let's think for a second. You are determined to be a business owner, and now you need to put a number, a dollar amount on how much you want to make per year, or how much you need to make per year. So be realistic for your very first year in business. How much do you need to make? So let's just say you need to make $30,000. What you're going to need to do is now do the math. How much is that per hour, right? And how are you going to meet that goal? Now, I have several ways to meet that goal. I wrote a book on, and it's for sale on Etsy, in my Etsy shop, on your first $1,000 as a memory bear maker. So I have that PDF, it's like just a couple pages long, giving you some ideas with some math breakdown on how to do that. But what you need to do is first you need the numbers. How many hours per week do you have available to work? What days of the week? And what hours per day? So let's say you can work Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and that you have 8 hours per day to dedicate to your business, right? So decide how many hours per week, per day, per week that you have, a total for the entire month, and then look through the month for at least one quarter at a time. So January, February, March, April, and see how many hours you have, and then do the math. How much money do you need to make? That's going to tell you what products to offer. Now, earlier in this video, I showed you an example of some patterns, pattern ideas, right? Different makes and sizes of memory bears. Think about that for a second. You can have the over-the-top 18-inch to 22-inch memory bear, and those go for well over $200 a piece. People are buying those. They don't blink an eye at all. You can take that same pattern and charge $55 for it. It's still high quality, but you have to know your customer base. You need to know who they are, what their income is, where do they shop, what are they looking for. Way around this is to offer layaway. That's what I do. I offer layaway if somebody orders, whether they order 1 bear, 5 bears, or 13 bears. They have the option to have a layaway, a payment plan with me. And, you know, I think that's the way around this. Know that you are a business owner. You have rent to pay. You have utilities. If you were to take your sewing services and go downtown and rent a studio, would you offer your services for free, or would you stick to a price list? So I have overcome this by announcing to my friends and family that I own a business. It's Memory Bears and Keepsakes. I am a registered LLC in the state of Ohio, and that I have these types of products, and this is the pricing. And I also offer layaway and pay as you go. And I want to encourage you to stick to your own policies and procedures. Have those written out. That's something that we talk about one-on-one and also in my classes that I teach. And, you know, literally at the end of the day, you have to be comfortable with being a business owner, offering these services, but you don't have your legal ducks in a row, you don't have your business license, or you don't have your tax documents set up, you don't have your own website, then I would say please stop marketing your business. Don't do anything until you get all of your foundation built first. Your foundation is all the legal requirements, business license, tax documentation, your policies and procedures, the rules of your business, your company. You know, you might own your business and be a sole proprietor or sole corporation. It's just you. But really, it's not just you, right? Because you have to answer to the gas company, the electric company, the water and sewer company. You have to answer to whoever's going to fix your sewing machine or your embroidery machine. So really, you've got to really think like a business owner and stick to all of your own rules. I do hope this was helpful and beneficial for you. Please, if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Ring the bell for notifications, and I do have that free newsletter at sewpreneur.com, and that's for anybody that would like to start or grow their memory bear business. And as always, I do offer the one-on-one coaching, and so just reach out to me through my websites. I hope you guys have a wonderful day ahead, and I will be back. Bye, guys. Hey, friends. Thanks for joining me. Have a great day.